bright sunny morning, and we've got a Focus we've got to get started on today. There's a few things to do on this Focus. I'll run you through it now. So as you can see, there's an old wrap on it. The bonnet's had a half wrap of carbon. There's this gloss black that's gone over the top for some reason, and then the old stripe. So it's going to be a challenge. We've got a lot of faded and delaminating paint. Other than that, there's a few marks that need a bit of attention here and there. This car's getting quite a lot of stuff. So we're going to get rid of those dodgy chrome handle covers and the cap cover. I just want to simplify it, go back to standard cap. Wheels are getting changed, or at least maybe just painting these bronze. Calipers are getting done. We've got a bit of panel damage on this side here. You can see this is pushed in a fair bit. So around the wheel arch, so that's probably the biggest extent of the repairs. Plenty of car park dents along the sides. Don't know how far they want to go with it. These tail lights are cooked, so this one's all cracked. So that's going to get replaced. The cover on the bumper's going. All this bits of carbon fibre and crap everywhere is all coming off. So yeah, this tail light's also a bit cooked, but it's got water in it too, so get rid of that. This side's actually not too bad. Usually we see the left hand side's got a lot more damage than the right hand side, but for some reason this one's the opposite way around. It had a strip of carbon fibre along the top here to cover all this delaminating paint along the top of the doors. So we've already pulled that off. That was probably the best part of the wrap to pull off. The mirrors have been wrapped with the carbon, but you can see it's pretty well baked. Not as baked as some of the other parts, but anyway. So a bit of damage on this corner here. So the bumper's going to get a bit of love. I've told them to get a new fog light cover if they want that prettied up, because I won't be doing anything with that. So we've got other things like this LEDs in here too, so a lot of that stuff's going to get ripped out. And additionally, there's radio upgrade. We're going to put reverse and forward parking sensors in it. And redo the tint. The tint's starting to come off here at the top. So there's plenty to do on this one. Additionally, in the interior, there's a few other bits and pieces that are broken and whatever, so they want to dress it all up. It's going to be a first car for someone, so we've got to make it look pretty. Alright, we'll get started. It's wrap removal day. So I've already started, pulled the carbon fibre off the bonnet, and I've got a bit of this done, but this is severely burnt. So the best thing is just to get one of these little plastic scrapers. You can see how bad this one is. It's pretty rough. So don't let your wrap get to that point, because getting it off is a nightmare. Wrap on the roof. You can see it's all cracked and crazed. So unfortunately it comes off in little strips. So if you work it with these plastic scrapers, you can get larger lengths. But unfortunately it is just a tedious task. On and off bit by bit. And then you're left with the residue. So this residue, once you get it all off in the sun. The sun makes this a lot more pliable, instead of trying to sit there with a heat gun, which you tend to burn your fingers a lot. So you're left with the residue, and the easiest way to get that off is to basically douse it in isopropyl alcohol and scrape it off. I'll show you that bit a bit later once I get all this wrap off. Just get an edge and work away at it. It's not pretty, but there's not many options, so got the little focus whoopsie fixed up. Bit of high fill primer on it, guide coat, just got to rub it back. Righto, now we've got our door handles off. We need to clean it all up. I've done this back door already. So this is just a simple process, clay barring using a lubricant. So I use Maguire's Quick Detail. It's just excellent stuff. So you can actually just use soapy water. It's not absolutely necessary to use Quick Detail, but I just find it's a better lubricant. Use your clay, just keep folding it in. Like this clay lasts so long. If you don't drop it on the ground and you look after it, it lasts a long time. But pretty simple, just put a bit of lubricant on the panel, rub over it, one direction then the other direction, and you'll hear it at the start. It's you can hear all the little scratchy sort of sounds, and that's just the clay bar picking up all the imperfections and the stuff on the paint. So you can see it gets a bit of this colour to it. Roll it back in and keep on going. So the clay itself is picking up all the contaminants that are on the paint. So this car has been washed, thoroughly washed, but there's fallout, bits of metal, all sorts of stuff that sits on paint, tree sap and bee poo and all sorts of stuff. So it will get to the point where it's dangerous to use because it will scratch the paint. So on a car like this, you can see here the clear's delaminating, so that's actually been sanded back now, because otherwise you'll see all those ridges in the clear, and it will pick up delaminating clear because the adhesion to the wrap is better than the adhesion to the paint between surfaces. So in that case, yeah, you'll go to reposition and it'll pull the paint up and blah blah blah. So the paint's compromised already, so we need to be wary of that when we go to install the wrap. But yeah, as far as the clay bar and the preparation, we're trying to make this car look better, so we don't want to have all these little dots of crap underneath the wrap everywhere. So clean it. Okay, just a quick one of laying out the vinyl. So usually I will roll it over the car and just measure it. But for visual purposes, I've rolled it down the side of the car. So we can get these two doors, the door, the side skirt, the rear quarter, the whole turret and pillar, turret line and pillar, up to where the rain gutter channel is, all out of one piece. And when we cut out the section for the windows, you've got an additional piece which can do spoilers, just little fiddly bits here and there, even door handles and so on and so forth. So you end up with quite a lot of vinyl spare, and you haven't wasted any. So the way I do it is to allow an extra 100mm per panel. Okay, so if this was a 2-door, you'd need 200mm. So if the end of the door's here, on a 2-door, then you'd have a single door in the quarter. So you want 100mm extra for this panel and 100mm extra for the rear quarter. So in that case you'd have 200mm. This is a 4-door, so we want to allow from the front of the door an extra 100mm for the front door, extra 100mm for the back door, and extra 100mm for the rear door. So a whole 300, or 1 foot for our American friends. And then at the back, make sure when you cut the roll that you factor in, so this quarter rolls around to the back tailgate here. So we want to make sure that we've cut well and truly past this line. So in actual fact, you'll probably cut another 50 or 60mm, or 2.5 inches past that line, just to give you a bit of fudge factor. So that ends up with plenty of vinyl to be able to do all those panels. So you don't want to cut it exactly to size. It's just way too difficult to try and work with. It means that you need to have it perfectly lined up on the door, or the panel for that matter. So rough it out, get your full measurement, cut the measurement, lay it on the side like I've done here now. have to lift it up because it's just at the ground height there now. So I'll lift it up just below the bottom of the door. So it'll be about, say, 2 inches at the bottom of the door. We don't have to worry about the side skirt. This car has plastic side skirts fitted, so the rear wheel arch comes down to the top of the side skirt, and it cuts off there. So allowing to the bottom of the door is plenty for the rear quarter. So we'll pull it up and then move the vinyl back, so we only have 100mm overlap at the front door, and then at the back of the front door we'll cut the vinyl down. Actually, sorry, we'll cut it across the height of the door first, then we'll cut down, then that's that piece for the door. Then we can slide this vinyl forward 100mm so it overlaps the front of the back door, and then cut at the back door and also at the top of the door, and then that's that panel for that door. So then the rest of it is the rear quarter and the turret. Now you're going to end up with a strip across the top. On this car, I've already done the other side, so it ended up being 360mm, so 1 foot and 2 inches basically. So that section there is more than enough to do the side skirt, so we don't even have to try and save that middle bit where the windows are. So I'll get it cut up and then bring you back to the video, and you can see how it's all laid out. Okay, so we've got the coverage at the bottom of the door. The bottom of the door's here, so we've got about close to 2 inches coverage at the bottom there. So this is the top of the door here. Got 100mm overlap at the front here. I'll actually drop this down underneath the mirror now, life a bit easier. You can see this is the centre of our door. And the door comes to the front at an angle and then straight down pretty well. So I'll cut straight down here. Enough there to cover that door. I'll slide all of this forward. So we've got about 100mm of overlap here. Make sure we've still got plenty at the back, which we do. We've still got almost 200mm there. And then we find the back of our door here. So this door comes at a slight angle forward. So by cutting here, we have plenty to cover this door. You see the door here, it's still covering there, plus we've got 100mm of overlap at the front. So at this point here we can trim out that wheel arch. Gives us plenty there. So I'm just going to move these out of the way. Do the front and rear doors now. So we've got plenty of overlap. Back of the doors here, back of the quarter, sorry, that's where the tailgate starts. So we've got best part of 4 inches there, and I've still got a bit of an overlap here, so that's good. So a little bit higher here because of our cutout. So I'll bring that back down. So we use the window. So let's cut this window section out. Gives you a bit of shape to the form. And this is the corner of the tape line here. So now we don't have to cut this at a big angle. We can actually just trim the top off, and this section here can be heated and stretched and bent around. So at this point here, this is the longest piece of vinyl we need, so we've actually got this much slack, so it's well over a foot of slack there, which is well and truly enough to do the side skirt. There can be the side skirt, and we have plenty here to do our rear quarter.
I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up. I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up. Party, party, let's get lit. This for my homies that be grinding all the time. I come to party, come to get lit. Music loud, it's nothing with hits. I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up. I like my music loud, so DJ turn me up.
That's all I had.
Yeah.
Yeah, pink chrome.
The yellow is pretty good, but
Oh, wow, look at that.
Look at those wheels.
you just break it.
Wow.
Look all right.
Yeah. Jesus, brake calipers pop. Very bright.
There you go, mate. Get in there.
Get in.
Oh yeah, get in and have a look
Get
around.
in and have a look around, mate.
So you got your carbon bonnet,
Yeah.
carbon lip on top, new wheels, caliper covers, reversing camera, front and rear parking sensors,
What's that one?
full leather interior,
It's a total.
it's all Recaro.
Costs more than the car. Okay, you fit.
XR5s,
Oh, even closer
New.
as well.
new head unit, yeah.
Oh yeah, she's
Front
really
and rear
annoying.
dash cameras. We got a new head unit, I've got the keys.
I like this.
Yeah, carbon fibre.
Oh, it's nice.